What's up, Mafia Nation? It's your boy DJ SKALE.
I'm MAGZ.
And we're here to do another reaction video for you.
All right, for this one, I decided to pull in SKALE onto this one. Turns out this guy's a big history buff, so I figured that he would love this Sabaton history and then watching the correlating video. Super cool. Like there's so much stuff in here we didn't know, and as a history buff, I feel like you would appreciate it. And then the songs themselves are just badass every time.
Absolutely. I've not heard of them until you guys said something about it, and I'm excited to hear it. I mean, it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, go ahead and subscribe to us, please.
Smash on that notification bell,
please, and please like, please comment, and please share.
Please.
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 Ooh, don't leave.
I'm Indy Neidells.
And I'm Joachim from Sabaton. And this is Sabaton history.
Audie Murphy, when he joined the U.S. Army, was very much an unlikely hero, and yet he became America's most decorated soldier of the Second World War.
And we have a song about him. It's called To Hell and Back, and it's one of our most popular songs.
Now, he's going to tell you about the song To Hell and Back. I'm going to tell you about Audie Murphy. As I said, Audie was...
Now, do you know about Audie Murphy?
I do not, actually. I've not heard this name before, so I'm...
So you're going to be learning some stuff today.
Yeah, I'm going to be learning some things now.
That's awesome.
Audie Murphy.
Perfect.
As I said, Audie was an unlikely hero. He was an elementary school dropout, doing so in order to support his family by working on a farm after his father had left them. He was short, he was sickly, and lived a life of poverty and lost his mother as a teen. Joining the military seemed an escape to him, so he tried to enlist at the age of 16 after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. According to Army records, he was rejected by the Marines and the Navy as too small and too underweight. He was just 5'5" and weighed but 110 pounds.
You know who he reminds me of?
Wait. I know. Does it have anything to do with Marvel?
Yes.
Okay.
Captain America. Because I wonder if Captain America was loosely based off of him, because he too small, too underweight, but became a hero.
Absolutely.
I wonder if you guys know the answer to that, let us know in the comments below. Was Captain America somehow modeled after this gentleman?
And too underweight. He was just 5'5" and weighed but 110 pounds. Interestingly enough, they don't mention him being underage, and I assume that he lied about that. The Army actually doesn't mention him ever falsifying papers and says he joined a few days after his 18th birthday. But since he was born in 1925 and joined the Army in 1942, well, do the math. He had shown remarkable rifle skills early on, hunting small game on the farm, and this was noticed in basic training. And it did in fact seem that despite his size, he was a born soldier, tough, capable, and determined to prove himself. In the spring of 1943, he was trained in Morocco and Algeria for Allied landings in Sicily. The fighting there was vicious, and Murphy soon made a name for himself as a warrior.
A short man from Texas, a man of the wild, thrown into combat where bodies lie piled. Hides his emotions, his blood's running cold. Just like his victories, his story unfolds.
The Allied invasion of Italy had bogged down by the end of 1943. The Germans held fast on the Gustav defense line, and under Field Marshal Kesselring successfully fought off the Allied advances during the ongoing Battle of Monte Cassino. British and American High Command wanted to open a new front to bypass the line and outflank the Germans. If doing so could also cut their supply lines, it would force them to abandon Monte Cassino and eventually be pushed out of Italy. On January 22, 1944, the American 3rd Infantry Division approached the beach south of the town of Anzio, while the British landed north of the town. The, by now, Sergeant Audie Murphy of the 15th Regiment of 3rd Division would join the combined British, American, and Canadian attack force in the second wave. The landings were made in secrecy. By midnight, the men had advanced a few miles inland, confronted only by a surprised company of German soldiers who offered little resistance. Major General Lucas, in overall control of the operation, ordered his forces to stop, not really believing that they had actually achieved total surprise and could march into the German flank. Instead, he chose to stay put, strengthen his beachhead, and wait for reinforcements. It is debated whether Lucas was too cautious, but a strong German force was actually already soon to arrive. The Germans were surprised by the landings, but were not in disarray. Kesselring had made plans for such a contingency and sent out General Eberhard von Mackensen's 14th Army to face this new threat south of Rome. And yes, he was the son of August von Mackensen, whom all...
Time out. Look at that hat. Besides the mustache, that dude has evil written all over him. I'm sorry. Like, looking at him.
You're horrible.
Look at it. He's got a human skull on the head. Sorry.
threat south of Rome. And yes, he was the son of August von Mackensen, whom all my Great War Channel fans will remember very well. Allied High Command was frustrated by Lucas's hesitation, for it took 7 days of infantry and armor coming ashore before he ordered an advance. By then, the Germans had fortified their positions, causing heavy losses to the advancing British and Americans. Mackensen then began his own attack to push the Allies to the sea. The Germans were actually close to achieving this, but the Allied defenders kept them at bay. Well, on March 2nd, Murphy had marched his platoon to a strategic crossroads near Anzio.
Can't wait to hear this song. Just the clips that I give it our
Waiting in the ruins of a farmhouse, he spotted at least a dozen panzers coming down the road and called in an artillery strike, which disabled the lead tank. Murphy shot one of the crew members, but the rest retreated with the other tanks. Upon returning to camp, Murphy's commander wanted them to go back and actually destroy the tank. Armed only with improvised Molotov cocktails and grenades, Murphy and his platoon approached again at night. He crawled towards the Panzer, but the Molotovs failed to do the job. The hand grenade he threw did explode inside the tank, but also alerted a German patrol. After throwing more grenades at the tank treads, Murphy sprinted through German fire back to his comrades. For destroying the tank in the face of the enemy, he was awarded the Bronze Star with the V for Valor.
That's dope. Like, I would be afraid to approach a tank, let alone with grenades and Molotovs. Like, don't worry, guys, I got this. And he's doing it himself. And he's doing it himself, where everybody's sitting back like, yeah, man, we got you. Like, what?
It's a great idea, Murph. We gotcha. That's exactly how that conversation went. I'm positive of it.
Star with the V for Valor.
And he deserved all of it.
That's badass.
Yeah.
To not only overcome the stalemate, but to break through the German lines, the Allies resorted to a major offensive all over Italy, an attempt to shatter German resistance with a combined attack. They made two plans. Plan A, Turtle, said that once the breakthrough happened at Anzio, they would advance to outflank and hopefully encircle von Kesselring's forces. Plan B, Buffalo, was an alternative. After the breakthrough, the Anzio forces would not try to destroy the German forces there, but would advance on Rome instead. High Command insisted on Plan A, since if it was successful, it would basically win the fighting for Italy, right? On May 23rd, the Allies attacked the Germans all along the Gustav Line, ruining their deployment of reserves. The Anzio forces broke through in the west, but while everyone in the center of Italy was waiting for the follow-up flanking attack, General Mark Clark suddenly stopped. Plan Buffalo was tempting, and the glory of capturing Rome, though strategically unimportant, would belong to the Americans. Adolf Hitler had ordered Rome to be undefended and declared it an open city. It is unclear whether he wanted to save the city from destruction or feared another Stalingrad where his army would be trapped. Whatever the case, to the surprise and anger of Allied High Command, Clark turned and marched on Rome.
He said, I'm taking it.
As the German defenses collapsed on June 2nd, Kesselring's 10th Army fell back and escaped being surrounded and destroyed. They were able to join the other German forces and fight another day. On the 5th, Clark entered Rome with only his American troops, intentionally leaving the British outside the city.
What a douche.
Now, Audie Murphy gained a reputation during his service in Italy as a brave and daring soldier, and the Sabaton song To Hell and Back covers his period at Anzio. But even greater deeds of heroism were still about to come during the fighting in France, including taking on an entire company of Germans by himself, wounded, with a machine gun. By the end of the war, Lieutenant Audie Murphy was the most decorated American combat soldier and had earned every single Valor award possible, including the Medal of Honor.
Bro, did you see all those awards?
And had earned every single Valor.
That is insane.
Every single Valor award possible, including the Medal of Honor and the Legion of Merit.
That dude is
impressive. That's more than impressive. He literally is a hero. So yeah, this is Captain America, kids. Trust me.
This is Captain America.
Valor award possible.
Fun fact, yeah, because he did come in single-handedly taking on platoons and stuff. Yeah.
This is Captain America.
Can't change my mind. I believe
American
it.
Look, there he
combat
is.
soldier, and had earned every single Valor award possible,
You're
including
too
the Medal
small,
of Honor
too little.
and Legion of Merit.
Oh yeah, hold my
His
beer.
exploits even
Yeah.
got him on the cover
Check
of
this
Life
shit out.
magazine. But like many other soldiers, the war would never really leave him. He did become a worldwide movie star, playing himself in To Hell and Back, the title of his biography. But Murphy also suffered severely with what we now call post-traumatic stress disorder.
I bet.
He was traumatized by
Yeah.
the violence and death that surrounded him. He saw his best friend die, killed many men by his own hand, and survived situations of such danger that none of us can truly imagine them.
No, he was
suffered
almost
nightmares
dead and
because of
killed
the
a
horrors he
whole
witnessed
platoon,
and
like,
indeed
yeah.
the guilt he felt. He wrote poetry to help cope with the trauma. One of his best known is The Crosses Grow on Anzio, written in 1948. Oh, gather around me, comrades, and listen while I speak of a war where hell is 6 feet deep. Along the shore the cannons roar. Oh, how can a soldier sleep? The going slow on Anzio, and hell is 6 feet deep. Praise be to God for this captured sod that rich with blood does seep, with yours and mine like butchered swines, and hell is 6 feet deep. That death awaits, there's no debate, no triumph will we reap. The crosses grow on Anzio, where hell is 6 feet deep.
Wow.
Audie Murphy died in a plane crash at the age of 45 in 1971.
That was a shitty way to go for someone like him.
Yeah.
And actually, about a year ago, I went to Arlington National Cemetery outside of Washington, D.C. Quite a nice place. You been there?
I have actually been there, yeah, but not for many, many years. And that you were there because that's where Audie is buried.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes, Audie's buried there.
And, well, that's kind of cool that you would pay your respects, especially, based on the song. Now, you said earlier when we were talking that you had contact with Audie Murphy's son.
Yeah, he came to one of our shows in the Greek Theater in L.A., actually. He
That's
gave us one of
awesome.
the To Hell and Back movie posters from back in the day. So that was
That's
pretty
awesome.
That's
brilliant.
amazing.
Now, this song is one of your biggest songs,
Yes.
right? Was that planned? I mean, when you wrote it, did you say this is going to be the single, or how did that work out? Or was it a surprise?
Well, it was a surprise for most people, but I had this idea that I wanted to mix, spaghetti western music, like Ennio Morricone style music, with heavy metal. Everybody in the band thought I was crazy. As we were doing research for the album Heroes, we found out that this guy, who was one of the most decorated soldiers in World War II, was actually also a western movie star.
And a Texan like me.
Yes. So that worked out perfectly, and I think it's one of the songs I'm most proud of, actually.
Now, I was talking to Perry, your bandmate, and he said something that his son was happy that you had not done just a country song about him again, like a folky country
Yeah,
song.
it seemed
So-
he was a little bit tired of the country ballads, another ballad of his father. And
Instead of hard-hitting metal.
Yeah, we're sort of celebrating his memory instead of, crying over it,
Once again, To Hell and Back, the story of Audie Murphy and his exploits at Anzio is on the album Hero.
And that's it for today.
But we'll see you next time on Sabaton History.
We went to hell.
All right, everyone, that's it for today. Remember to subscribe to Sabaton History, the regular Sabaton channel, and also check out Time Ghost and World War II. Right here, you got some more clips to click on if you want to see more. And you want to, yeah. So before we say goodbye, remember to support us on Patreon,
He's
okay?
got some swagger
That's what
about him.
makes stuff like this
for sure.
happen. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you all on the road.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really impressed by everything that just went on there.
For sure. Yeah, that was wow, man. Like this is why I'm happy I'm doing these things, because like I'm not, you know, our history classes never really taught us a lot. So like how do you leave out a literal hero like this from World War II? Like it baffles me. Like not even a mention of him.
Yeah, it's kind of a mind blowing situation. But I mean, I have to say that I feel like there was a bunch of different situations like this where like people tried to get, or well, people had made movies about their stories and everything like that went on in the world in like World War II and shit.
Yeah. But super awesome. Keep an eye out, because after this comes out, we're gonna react to the music video next. So I'm super pumped. Just from the clips we were hearing, it sounds super dope. So I can't wait to hear it. Cool. If you guys have any other suggestions for us, let us know in the comments or on our Discord, which is he's over here now. He's over here now. We are getting a high influx. Yep. We are getting a high influx of requests. So if you want your request bumped to the top of the list, make sure you also check out our donation link below. Which below that you could also find a link to our shop, which has lots of cool merch. Get the clothes. Mafia Nation branded stuff. It's pretty dope, man.
Mafia Nation.
Indeed. You could also check out any of our social medias below, and also keep an eye out because we are getting a Patreon soon. But until next time.
Until next time, kids.